Alexis, I cannot. So, Raindrops, welcome to today's episode, Reality with the King. The reason why I need you guys, this is for my audio listeners, you have to watch us on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, because Alexis,
It's Hermes lipstick at least, okay? It just isn't in the lines, but it's Hermes. Just so you
very Heather Dubrow coded. So, if you're listening to this on audio only, Alexis Jansen has decided to dress up for Emily's 50th birthday party as a golden girl.
know. No, Carlos, what's embarrassing is I decided to do this 35 minutes ago and then I had all this in my wardrobe. That's what's scary. I did not Amazon order anything last minute, like for overnight shipment. No, this was all in my wardrobe. So I'm scared of myself.
No, so I want to describe it to the audio listeners. She's wearing a white top,
It's a button
done with
up.
pearls,
Uh,
right?
Pearl earrings, yes.
Pearl earrings, a pearl necklace, not the kind that's X-rated. Uh,
Hermes. I mean, at least give a shout out to Hermes for my amazing lip color that I chose today.
First of all, I had no idea because I don't shop there, obviously. I didn't know Hermes made lipstick.
Oh, honey. Yeah, they do.
I don't even. Then she has her. The thing is, your hair is even.
It's coiffed. I did a coif. I was shopping everywhere in my bathroom for a roller. I just wanted a roller to put one roller in. I have no rollers. That's the only place that I'm wrong
Oh,
with this outfit is I had no rollers. That's
oh,
my old
Alexis.
beauty mark. My old, old people get, you know, marks and stuff.
Beauty marks and stuff. You look good. You look good. But the thing is, you could have literally fit right into the 50th birthday party. I mean, Golden Girl Blanche Devereaux would be very proud in terms of what you look like today. So listen, it's gonna be a fun episode kicking things off with this.
Okay.
And just so y'all know, Raindrop, she surprised me with all of this, which is what I love even more. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You look good. You look good. I wish I had something to join you with, but hey, the glasses alone lets you guys know I'm over 40
Well, I
at
would have
least.
shipped a toupee to you if I would have known we were doing this, but I did not.
Right.
I just decided to do this 35. It was like, it went 8:22.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So listen, we are here to recap season 20, episode 2 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. So
Yeah.
Alexis, the episode opens up with Shannon,
Jen.
Jen,
Yeah.
and Gina. You know, they're exercising, they're lunging. Um, this is the way that they get into the episode. Not to start off being a Debbie Downer, but you know me, I have to call things out how I see it.
Gosh.
So
Carlos,
I know, I know, I know.
You went off on Heather last week, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do with that. And now who are you going off on right now?
What?
All I know is someone's getting laid into right now, and I don't know because of that reaction. So I'm just asking, I'm wondering which one it is.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you get any texts or phone calls after our recap last week?
Well, I always get texts and phone calls, Carlos. I don't. What are you reaching for right now? Yes, I have about. Let me tell you what I have right now to open up. Okay, I'm gonna really give you a shocker. John can't stand this about me. Right now, I have 127 texts. No, wait, I'm reading that wrong. 122 texts that I have not opened up yet. Look at my right corner, right here. Uh-huh. So yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
hold on, hold on. No, I don't lie. Yeah, I have 122 that have not been opened.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I get texts and calls, but who are you reaching for right now?
Has Heather reached out to you after our recap last week?
No, but you really went after her. And
I
it
did not.
Oh, honey. Okay, well, we can beg to differ on this one.
What do you think?
Well, I'm I kind of froze a lot of that if you didn't notice. I was like just sitting here going, okay, I don't know what, but you got it off your chest. I think you felt lighter. And so now who are we talking about right now?
This one's not even a bad one, by the
Oh,
way.
okay, good. Okay.
It's not. Um,
What did you think about the whole bungee thing? First of all, I thought it looked fun. I'm going to start positively. I thought it looked fun. I've never heard of it or seen it on Instagram, but now I'm like, well, I kind of want to go do it, you know?
mhm.
So I thought it looked fun, and you're gonna burn some calories. You get to boing around as you do
Yeah.
it. I want to boing.
No, I think you and I should do that together. Next
Oh,
time I'm in California, I'll take the drive to OC. We will tape our episode live and we will do it together.
and do boinging?
Yes.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm turning 50, so I'm gonna have a big party. So we'll do it during that time. You'll come in
Okay,
during.
good.
I'm also turning 50. You'll come in during that.
Okay.
We'll do my party, but we'll do that the day before so that we look good at my party.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not doing an
Consider
old lady theme for my party, by the way. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
when is your birthday?
January 19th.
We're
But
gonna have a
that's also
blast.
why I had a little, a little glow up done. And so, yeah, we'll hear about that next week. We'll be able to
Okay.
discuss that. There's lots of things to discuss, Carlos.
No,
Okay,
it
go
is.
on.
It is. It is. It
Go
is.
back to the boinging. What about that scene?
Okay. Is it just me raindrops? Because I don't want to make it seem like I am asking Alexis directly, although she has every right to respond, right? So I'll speak to the raindrops, okay?
Can't
I'm
wait.
kind of over the shtick of Shannon falling all the time. Like
Okay.
I'm just, I'm kind of, I'm just, I need some, I need some involvement. Nothing. And the reason why I brought that up is because it goes into the conversation that she had with Jen and Gina. And I'm just like, in this moment, I just feel like I haven't seen any growth. And what shocked me, I really watched last night saying to myself, wait a second, Shannon has been on the show for a very long time and never been put on pause. Um, and I just feel like I haven't seen any growth. So I was just sick of like, oopsie, I fell. Oopsie, I fell. It happened last week. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything last week when it happened, when she got out the car with her shapewear and she, put on her dress and she slipped and I was like, it's okay, whatever. To see it again in this episode, I was like, okay, I think the reality gods are like, say something. So I'm saying something because
And
I'm getting it off my chest and I feel 10 pounds lighter.
I know you do this, and I love this about you. And here you understand I'm in a no-win situation with this because we're doing a
I know.
podcast to share feelings and emotions about the show we just watched. I am in a no-win situation because of obviously where I stand. I'm married to the man of
Yeah.
my dreams, who happens to have a past with her.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Those who have texted me shall remain nameless because I am very loyal to my friends. Several of them texted me after and want my opinion and are asking me exactly what you're saying. They're like, when is she going to get a real life? Like, it's like, it does feel like she's trying to do, I mean, I'm doing a comedic thing right now. I'm dressed up as an old lady on a podcast. So we have to all like take that in strife. But I have received several from several people about like when is this, and I'm like, why are you guys venting to me? Like I don't want to bring up her name, number one, and
Hmm.
number two, it's like I don't know, but I agree with you. I mean, if I'm being objective, I do think it's time. Like, it was funny, and it is funny if it happens sometimes. If it happens all the time and it's kind of your thing, it's not funny. I think
And
that's
we'll,
what you were
we'll
trying to say.
no, and listen, it is what it is, and we'll leave it right there. Listen, we're celebrating 20 years of this amazing show.
They all
So
looked good, Carlos.
they all look
They all looked
amazing.
good with their little get-ups. I loved everyone's
Yeah.
way of expressing elderly, older
Yeah.
women.
Yeah, no, no, they all look good. They all look good. They all look good. I was just like, again, I preserved it last week. It happened again this week, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over it. But moving on from that, the girls that have a conversation about Tamra, Shannon was like, I do not want to talk about her. Jen says she does feel like when it comes to Heather, Heather does say things to them behind people's backs. Shannon says Heather is buddy buddy around you, but she doesn't say anything to your face. So that is one thing they did talk about. Um, Jen does feel like I'm sorry, Jen does feel like Heather expects her to say it. No, I got that wrong.
Uh-huh.
Jen feels like Shannon expects her to say things to keep her hands clean. And that I agree with. I think Jen, in my opinion, Jen and Gina are the only two people outside of the OGs who are coming into this show like we want to state the obvious of what's happening. And I appreciate Jen and Gina for at least doing that, especially in this moment.
I I do think that the season is starting off with the women being authentic and calling each other out, but in a kinder way.
Yeah.
It's almost like, look, I'm tired of all of this happening behind closed doors. Let's just get it out. I appreciate what Jen did because she is, guess what, Carlos, moving the show forward. So she is, thank you. She is
Hmm.
the one that is in charge of that this season because it seems like Tamara is taking the step back. So,
Hmm.
okay. We're trying new. It's like almost like we're doing a new formula for the same show. You know, it's all the shows all have the same formula. It's just who's going to be which person at this moment or which character. So, I actually like it. I think that it does need called out. I think that it is okay to have these open discussions as grown women. I don't think there needs to be napkins thrown and people throwing tables.
Right.
I think that you can still have a conversation. And look, we're still interested. I thought this was a great episode again. What do you
Hmm.
think about this episode?
No, I thought so too. The thing is this. I agree with you. I have been enjoying the last couple of seasons of Orange County because one thing I like about these girls, unlike what Beverly Hills does, for example, if we're talking about a show centered around people who live in the same state,
Mhm.
OC calls you out. But I do feel like there's a lot of conversations happening at the other woman that when it comes to the cameras rolling, the energy is shifting because they don't want Alexis and Carlos to say, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" And they're they're focused on.
Hello? Your head is too big to fit through my door in my house. They are not giving two shits about us or talking about us. So you need to stop that right now, okay? They are not talking about Carlos and Alexis. They are creating a TV show that I know you and I don't agree on this, but I'm telling you right now, they do not talk about us or watch us. The raindrops do, and I love them. I love our raindrops. Your
I love anybody who watches us. Listen, Alexis. Whether it's scrolling through Instagram, whether it's someone sharing our clips, I appreciate it. But I agree with you. I love this show. I am enjoying this season so far. We're only 2 episodes in, but I do feel like I do want to have the audience applaud Jen more. Jen is becoming, again, one of my favorites because not only is she doing her job, I will admit this, she's not doing it in a nasty way. And that's why, to me, it comes across more genuine.
Isn't that funny that she can do something but still be liked doing the dirty work? Like that's kind of what it looks like it or is like to me. It's
Yeah.
like she's doing dirty work, but it's the dirty work that someone has to do. I mean, that's just the reality of a TV show. Somebody has to be the one to carry the next scene forward or to call things out that need to be called out. Didn't always have the balls to do that. I would say I would do it and then I wouldn't do it. I'm not that person. I can't be that person. Tamara,
Hmm.
thank you for doing it for decades. And Jen, thank you for doing it this season. Like,
Yeah,
period.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It's something I enjoy about Jen, and like I said, Jen is doing her job. Even when you go to Heather and Tamara's one-on-one scene, right? Where last week what we did see was Jen tell Tamara, "Look, Heather talks about you behind your back. She puts you in a box. She puts the friendship in a box." And Tamara left, got her swag, and said, "I'm out of here." And Heather was pretty much perturbed by what Jen just did. So in this scene, Heather and Tamara are talking, and Heather's stance is this. She feels like I can have a problem with your behavior and still reach out to you and talk to you as a friend, which I will say that is true. And I will never disagree with that because that is true friendship. But here's my issue, Alexis, and I want to get your thoughts on this. It's not the fact that you can have a problem with what your friend did and talk about amongst the girls and still check in on her. That's not the issue here. The issue is, because I've watched the show, is the fact that the other girls feel like you say very specific, negative things about her, and you lead the conversations. And that is what's weird to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the fact that you call out what she's done. You're very specific with your thoughts on her. And that's why I do understand why the ladies feel like she's being two-faced.
Oh, well, they haven't used that word before, Carlos. You just used the word. Okay. Um, so I, God, see, here's what's hard for me.
Okay.
Is as much as I want to be such an open book on this podcast and be honest and do all of that, sometimes I do feel like I want to hold back a little bit because I do care about these women. Like most of the like I had a really deep connection with Jen, and I get that I'm doing a podcast right now, so some of them can get mad at me for things I've said in my opinions, much like Teddy and
Well,
Tamara.
why would they? They don't watch or listen to the show, Alexis.
Well, okay, if they did, is what I'm saying, and
Oh,
no,
okay.
okay. Anyway, but I also feel the same way about Heather. Like Heather and I are going around a little bit right now. I don't know where I stand with her. Like I told you last week. Um, there's more to unfold on that later this season. And then, Tam and I have been through hell and back. But here's the thing is that I don't feel I have to be guarded with Tamara because I feel like Tamara is an open book and is not two-faced, does not care. She will, like when I text her after I do something, I'm like, you might be mad at what I just said. I don't know. I spoke out of turn. I think I know you. Didn't even ask you about this, but this is my opinion. She's like, I don't give two shits. She's just like, okay, when can we get coffee? Like it's like, okay, it's no big deal. She rolls it off. Okay, not all of them are that way. So it's hard for me. I always want to hear your opinion, but I do feel as if times in my relationship with Heather, I do feel it was always lip service and I did not feel a genuineness to some of what she said. She could probably say the same about me.
Hmm.
Who knows what she would even want to say about me? I don't know. Maybe you should call her up and get her on your podcast next. Might be interesting. I think she'd hang up on you. After last week, she'd be like, Carlos, get
Did I tell you what happened at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party
Was this
two
the year
years
2 years
ago?
ago when I saw you?
Yeah,
Okay, what happened?
because she was there.
I know, but we hung out. You and I hung out, and then Vicki
Yeah, we
was
hung
there,
out.
and then we all kind of meander together. I mean, everybody's kind of there
Yeah.
together, but what happened?
Okay, so because Alexis, no one on that show listens to our podcast. Um, I was speaking to Gina because me and Gina follow each other on Instagram because one thing I will say about Gina, right? I'm only saying this about Gina.
Okay.
Gina followed me after she heard me give my opinions about the show. Whether it was favorable to her or not, I will give Gina. Gina is a good sport. She's like Gina's one of those housewives who's like, I'm just happy you're talking about us. Like I find you amusing, right? I
She's
don't take
like
it personally.
Tamara in that way. Nothing
Yes.
offends her. Nothing affects her. It just like
No.
everything rolls off.
No.
It's kind of a shtick, you know. It's like
Yeah.
you can't let things bother you when it's
No.
an opinion about a housewife show. You're there to
No.
entertain people, and that's what
Yeah.
those two look at. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Gina
Okay.
laughs when I call her Gina Altman. I'm like, you're not like she finds it amusing, and that's why I love Gina. So, anyways, I'm at the party, and me and Gina are conversing, because we haven't met in person. And then Emily walks up. And then Gina goes, Carlos, Emily, Carlos, and Emily. Emily's like, I know you. And I said, and she was like, look, it's all good. Like, it's all good. Right? We hug each other. We had a good time. As we're talking,
Oh my gosh, just get to it. I'm dying here. I'm like at my seat dying.
Heather Dubrow walks by as if she wanted to speak to her friends, Gina and Emily. And once she saw that they were talking to me, she looked and kept walking. And I said, "It's okay, girls. Go hang out with Heather Dubrow, and I will just go back to my corner."
Are you being a little bit like skeptical here and maybe reading into a situation? Because
I'm
when
not going to tell you what I no,
party,
I'm not because
there's
I have
thousands of people, Carlos, thousands. So if you really think that she was doing that and side-eyeing you, are you doing that because you're being a little bit insecure, or are you being
no.
so
I
you
know.
think
Let's just say I know for a fact she has said my name before in a conversation,
that she
and
don't like you?
yes,
But isn't it funny how everything comes around, back
yeah,
around? Isn't it weird how it doesn't matter that you live over it? I'm not going to say the state because I don't know if everyone
yeah,
knows it.
yeah,
You live in the East Coast. I live on the West Coast. But yeah, we can be at a Kathy Hilton party and everything still comes back to our ears of what people say about us. It's like
yeah,
you can really talk about me, but it's going to be back to me from one, two, and three people. Like they're going to all come back and tell me what you said. Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, Carlos.
Yeah, but my thing is this, and I respect it. I'm not tripping off of it. I think is what you said. Um, there's girls who have the stomach to take a fun critique. We're not here bashing them as mothers, wives, anything personal. You and I only focus on the episodes and we keep it pushing. And that's why I will say on the record, I really, really love Gina because Gina is a good sport. Emily was an amazing sport as well. Jen, I love. Obviously, Tamara's like my friend, so like I love her to pieces. And so is Vicki, right? And Vicki's back. So listen, it's no shade to the girls, but it's all good. And I want everyone to know we're just having fun here.
It is true.
Um,
And I love that you said that because I think it's important for everyone to understand, and even the housewives that don't listen to us, you know, I'm learning this from you. But if if we do talk about the episode, it is not on your character. It is simply saying what we like or dislike about the episode. That's what we're here to do. That's what people are tuning in to listen to. And that's kind of just let it roll off, you know? But
yeah,
all of them are really good humans. I mean, and like you said about Gina, Gina has a good sense of humor. Like that is
yeah,
one thing. She's funny and she's got a good sense of humor.
yeah. No, I love her.
Okay.
So in this conversation, listen, I thought this. You can tell that Tamra, and when I talked about Shannon in the first scene, and I said it just doesn't seem like she's evolved as much. You can tell in this scene between Tamra and Heather that Tamra is really trying her best
Hmm.
not to come across unhinged. And she really is looking at Heather like, I just don't know if I buy what you're selling. But she's doing it in a way where she's not coming across defensive or the victim. She really, I believe this. I believe Tamara really does love Heather. And I think they have a history of friendship that Tamara values. But I think in that moment, to me, Tamara realizes what Jen has said is true, and she has now put Heather in a box based on that. Because what she said in her confessionals was, she feels like Heather is manipulative. That's how you pronounce it, Tamara. She feels like
Controlling. She changed it to just controlling.
that's controlling, which I love. She says she feels like Heather is manipulative and controlling. And then they did flash back to last year where Heather said to Tamara, I don't trust you with my feelings. And I think it's hard for Tamara to accept that, but I think in that scene she's accepted it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think first of all, watching Tamara on screen, I'm like, I mean, I really do feel like has growth. You know, like you were speaking of growth earlier in certain castmates, and it's like some people don't grow and some people do. Some people are still stagnant in where they were before. Some people are not. They're becoming, they're blossoming a little bit more.
Hmm.
I do feel like Tamra is growing and trying to be more like 58. like she announced her age on this episode. Um, and at the same time, she's still trying to work a TV show. So both of those can
Yeah.
be true, and both of those are hard to do. Uh, um, I think that Tamra is realizing that she may value Heather more than Heather values her. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I want to ask you this because one of the many reasons why I love having you on as well is because you were a part of this show. And I think you add so much context that even me as a producer and our listeners may not get. How hard is it, Alexis, to accept in the moment when you're filming that I really do value this friendship, but I also can't ignore the signs that you may be somebody that views me differently, but we have to work together. Like, is that hard to sort of accept it on the show, but shut it off when you stop filming?
Super hard. And the one thing I will tell you is that when I filmed season 18, I was unhinged. I was very much I was crying after the end of every episode because it was like that is so much was left out of context and they only showed a certain snippet of me because that was the role I was playing that season. Had I known that, I would never have signed on, but I did. So that part for me was very hard, but it's almost like what I said season 18 to the girls was, am I your TV? And when I was 33 filming, when I started the show at 33, now I'm almost 50, Carlos. Here we are 17 years later. I'm still doing this biz.
So the thing is this. When it comes to this show and this dynamic between Heather and Tamara, I will go on record by saying this. I don't think Heather has done anything in front of the camera or maybe even behind the scenes that warrants her and Tamara to not be friends. So I do want them to be able to figure it out. And I was pleased that the scene ended with them still being friends.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of okay, that's where we left off when my computer died. But here's the thing. This is what I went into when I was 33. I did not, but when I was 48 and filming or 47 and filming, I did. I said, "Are you my TV friend?" Like I said last season, last week with you, "Are you my TV friend or are you my true friend?" It's fine. I can compartmentalize people also, Carlos, which I think a lot of us do. I think that's a normal thing. I don't think Heather's wrong for doing that. I don't think anybody's wrong for doing that. We're work friends and work associates, or we're really good friends and we're going for a cup of coffee tomorrow morning. That's kind of where I wanted it to be. I feel as if because of the length of time Tamara and Heather have been working together, they're kind of in a weird spot of, yeah, we are friends, but we're more TV friends than real friends. I think that's my personal opinion. I don't think either of them are calling each other up asking for advice on the fight that they had with their spouses the night before. I don't. I think that they are work associates who have been working historically for a long time together and that creates a bond and a friendship. So that's kind of what
Yeah.
I feel. I could be totally wrong, and they can call me out and say whatever, and I'm fine with it. I've got thick skin. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I think that that's where they stand. I also feel like you do gain a respect for people that you work with on this show because this is not an easy career. It's not easy to be a housewife. It's not.
No,
It looks
no.
glamorous. It looks lovely. It is not freaking easy. Or to be a
I
producer, and you're touche to you also. It's not easy.
no, it's hard, and that's why I give the girls their props. And again, my only critique is you you can't your friendship cannot be predicated on the response social media has on your behavior. Like
Oh
it
my
has to
gosh.
be. Go ahead.
That is one of the biggest things you've ever said. That is so freaking true. That is so real. You're right. You can't look at your likes or dislikes or hate or love on social media and think or on the internet anyway and think okay, that's who I am and that's what it's like you have to be. Gina's really good at that and that's what you have to be. Like she doesn't delete her, well, I don't know, I haven't looked at it lately, but I just remember when she first became a housewife, she doesn't delete all her negative stuff. She kind of leaves it. She's just like, okay, you can hate me all you want. Hate away. Kim
Mm-hmm.
Kardashian doesn't delete her stuff. She lets the
Mm-mm.
hate stay up there. So you gotta let it roll off. That's the
Yeah, yeah,
largest
yeah.
thing you said. Good job, Carlos. I love that.
Thank you. I try, and again, that's why I'm telling you this season. I'm gonna call it out. This season, I am loving Jen and Gina. I think they're a breath of fresh airs. I think they really try their best to be neutral in these situations. And that's why I am Team Jen so far when it comes to how she is behaving so far this season. She's doing a really, really fabulous job. The other person who is doing a fabulous job to me, Alexis, is Carmela.
Oh my gosh, could she not be any better? Like, I don't know where she's been hiding all these years. Like, she should have been on the Housewives years ago. I love her. I love her.
Love, love. No, seriously. Kudos to the casting people who cast Carmela. Carmela, if you're watching, welcome to our world. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We were able to, and this reminded me of the reason why I love being a part of this franchise as a producer back in the day, because the way they introduced her um, in the first episode allowed you to sort of be like, who is she? Interesting. Okay. Second episode, they follow the recipe that I was taught as a producer of Housewives, which is let's lean into her reality. To know that she was, well, not even was, she is still married to legendary NFL quarterback Jeff Garcia. Um, they met when she was Playboy Playmate of the Year.
One, a baby, my kid, age, my son's age.
She was a baby when they met, being in Playboy, living at the Playboy Mansion. I love how she name dropped like George Clooney was there.
Oh, I just
Leonardo.
rode home with Leonardo DiCaprio. I just rode home in his car with Leonardo, but I didn't bang him. So there we go. Like
Okay, between us girls, do we believe that?
okay, here's the deal, Carlos. Here's the deal. I would not have believed it if I didn't think she's an open book. Like, because she's been so self-deprecating, I'm like, no, the bitch would have owned it. Okay. But if she was kind of like, I kind of got a little bit of those shabby, like, she's got a little, let's just say, more of a character like other certain housewives on this season, not owning it and not being true. I would think that I would have said she's lying out her left nostril, but I believe her. And I think she's probably like, why didn't I? That was stupid of me. Why didn't I doink
I'm
him?
like, bitch, why didn't you? I actually, you know
You
what's
know what we should ask?
Alexis?
No, no. You know what we should ask? Did you kiss him? Did he finger? Did you touch anything? Anything happen? I just need to know, what does he taste like? Like, did he tatting tongue? Like, what happened? Anything? Or did he even get you a cocktail?
Or
Okay,
did he
give us
give you
some
the first
details.
four letters of that word somewhere? Because the thing is this. Did you see it? Did you touch it? Did you grab it?
My
The
kids
thing is
might
this.
listen to this. We need to PG this right now. My kids are still
Okay,
kids.
here's
Okay, we
here's
got.
the deal. Here's the deal. First of all, I love that you and I both agreed that because she's such an open book, I actually believe that they did not do anything. Because I don't see why she wouldn't admit it. She admitted to the lube low thing, she admitted to being the Playboy Mansion. She admitted to
Yeah.
being naked when she met you know, her
I'm sorry. You're not going to be spread eagle in a Playboy magazine and then lie about doinking Carlo or DiCaprio.
Leonardo.
Yeah, thank you. I almost said Carlos. Okay, we're not okay. Wrong person.
Hey, I'm all for it. Leo, the thing about Leonardo is such the king of the bachelors, right? Like he's such a Hollywood bachelor,
Icon, icon bachelor. Yes.
never been married.
Really?
No,
Which so he's
no,
just had long-term relationships with some of these models, but never married one.
yeah, he
Oh,
was.
he
So
doesn't want
I
to split
think
his funds. He doesn't.
his
I mean, who
long,
would? You don't want to have to sign a prenup and you don't want to split your funds. You might as well just keep the girlfriend and not have a wife. Plus, he
he was
doesn't have children, right?
he has
Maybe
no
he
kids.
snipped. Maybe he snipped himself really young. Maybe he was like, I don't. We need a Leonardo Jr. though. Leonardo, you got to get on this because you are getting up there in age, buddy. We got to get. Come on, you got to pop a kid out. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy, but we need a Leonardo or a Leonarda Jr. Let's get on this.
Leonard Dis, yes.
Can you? I'm gonna DM him. but
He'll
he has
respond
to.
to he'll respond to you.
No, he won't.
Look, you're visually gorgeous. So
If I look like this, there's no way he's responding to
nothing.
me.
They'll be like, "Are you looking for my mom? Like, what are you? Why are you DMing me? Like, what's happening here?" No, Carmela is such a breath of fresh air. I do believe she did not do anything. The fact that she is still currently married to her estranged husband, Jeff Garcia, who she left after she found out he was cheating on her, only to be with this guy named Danny, who cheated on her, but she's trying to figure it out with him. She has three kids. You could tell she's a great mom. Because one thing I always say to the viewers, for in order for you to see whether or not these reality stars are good mothers, look at how their kids respond to them. And her girls, they have like that fun relationship. And I think she's a great addition.
I do too. And I feel like, she doesn't, she's not the same. Like the OC, I feel like in any culture, any community you're in, women kind of are the women that are around them. You know what I mean? Like OC has a definite look, a definite vibe, a definite feel with women.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhode Island has a definite feel. Jersey has a definite feel, but Carmela doesn't have the OC feel, but she's bringing such a coolness and like
Yeah.
it's just what we needed. It's what OC needed. Like
It
I
is.
think she's going to be a long termer for sure. I mean, if she can put up with it, it's who knows? Because it's you either love being a housewife or you can't take it, and it sucks. So we'll see what she feels like after her first season. But I think she's great.
No, I think she's really good as well. Because even when as we go to Emily's 50th birthday party, first of all, I thought everybody dressed up looking the part.
I love it. I love it when you take a theme and you own it and you go with it. I really do. I mean, I know I did not. I got a C plus, but this is what was in my wardrobe 35 minutes ago.
Thank
But
you.
those women did it, and I'm like, I would have, like I said, shipped you a toupee, and I would have had a white gray wig for myself also. But I didn't decide to do this till last minute. I loved it. The girls were great. The
Yes,
walker,
Tamara.
Vicky actually. Okay, here's the difference, Carlos. Vicky actually falling was legit. That
Yes,
was a legit fall, and it was funny, right? It's funny when it's real, and it's like not a shtick. That's all I'll
yes,
say. That's all I'll say.
and I agree. I thought they all looked good. Vicky, something I feel like something is brewing, going to brew this season with Carmela and Vicky. Because when Carmela is discussing to the girls her situation, right? Leaving her husband for cheating on her. They're not divorced technically, but they have a great co-parenting relationship. But she is with this guy who did cheat on her. And, Vicky's sort of like, well, what about the kids? Vicky feels like it seems really weird. She's worried about the kids. Vicky did come across a little bit judgmental in this scene, but to me, that's who Vicky is.
Thank you.
Um, that's who she is, and that's why we love Vicky. But I do feel like something may be happening eventually between those two.
I think you're a million percent correct. I think that Vicky has an acquired taste. She does not like new grapes. She likes the wine that's years old. Okay. And Carmela's new. She's the new grape. She does not like newcomers. She does not like new people in her. It takes a moment for her to like you. That's okay. That's Vicky. And I mean, she hasn't, a leopard doesn't change its spots, right? Or is that the saying? Okay, whatever.
Mhm.
Anyway, Vicky is not changing. She is who she is. So she'll like Carmela in 2 years. She's not going to like her right now because she's the newcomer. She's in Vicky's world, period. And
Oh,
you know what? Girl, stay true to yourself, Vicky. Stay true to yourself because you've brought it for 20 plus years. So we're liking it. And
yeah, no.
Carmela
That's who
just has to
Vicky
have
is.
thick skin and just be like, okay, she'll like me in a year. But there probably is going to be a brew. Well, there was a preview. I don't remember it now, but I think you're right. I think I saw the preview where they kind of have a little beef.
I see it happening. Yeah, it is what it is because, like you said, the history of Vicky is Vicky does not like new people. She doesn't. She doesn't like it. And I thought it was interesting too when Vicky and Tamara had a one-on-one, and Tamara is venting to Vicky about Heather being a surface friend and a people pleaser. Vicky Vicky
What?
reveals that Heather Dubrow sent her a text saying, "Welcome back to the group. I am the leader of the pack."
Okay, I didn't think that Heather actually said that. I think what, no, I think this is what happened.
Okay.
Vicky said, Heather text me, welcome back to the group. And didn't say I'm the leader of the pack, but Vicky took it that way. And she's like, girlfriend, what do you mean welcome back to the group? You're in my group. Like I started this. You weren't here on season 1. You came in on season 4, girlfriend, or 5. Like, hello. No, I was 5. Oh, I was even before Heather. Heather was like season 7. Okay. So girl, you are way jump back on that ship. You are way back. Take your number. Season 1, nope. Season 2, nope. Season 3, nope. Season 5, Alexis, nope. Season 6, then there's Heather on 7. That's very, but Carlos, guess who's there and who's not? Heather's there. Sitting there all the time, and guess who's sitting over here?
And that'll be her comeback. Bitch, I'm still here though.
And I'll be like, yes, you are. I love you. Thank you very much. And I can take it on the cup. It's fine.
No, but I thought that was funny. And again, to me, I like see I like that because I love it when the women have that confidence of just being like,
Mhm.
I'm the leader, and I think it's fun. Like I don't take that kind of stuff
I agree.
seriously. I think it's super super fun. The party to me was fun. They're at a drag show. Hamburger Mary's is so
It's
iconic.
bingo. It's bingo. Who doesn't like a game of bingo?
It's and drag bingo at that. It was
Thank you.
I thought it was fun. Emily again looks amazing.
Hmm.
She looks good. So they decide to sit down and once again kudos to Jen. Housewives, if you're listening, follow Jen. Follow what Jen is doing. Jen owned up to saying to Heather, "Look, it wasn't my place to tell Tamara what you said. Like I'm gonna own it. I'm going to bring it up first, and I'm going to admit that, right? Heather' response was, I appreciate that. Thank you, right? Because Miss Manners definitely acknowledged that she, you know, is admitting she was wrong for that. Heather goes on to say she spent time and money on her party. And she also includes in that moment that Jen is the one that keeps asking her about Tamara, which is why she's bringing it up. Because Jen is like, if you stop talking about her, I won't have anything to bring back to the group. Because I do feel like that's what you do. And Heather feels like, no, that's not what I do. It just isn't. And in that moment, to me, it goes back to what I said earlier. In the first scene of this episode, Shannon and Gina feel that Heather does this. And I felt that it wasn't fair for them to leave Jen out to dry because they also feel the same way.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think that if there's one season that someone has a characteristic or trait that they are doing for one season, it can go unscathed or untalked about. I think if someone has a trait that keeps reoccurring, the women get old, it gets old and the women get tired of it. And I think that is what
Mhm.
is actually happening is everyone's kind of like, why is Heather still talking about everybody, but always wants her hands clean? And it's like I've I just it's like you cannot be Switzerland. If you're on a TV show, you cannot be friends with everybody all the time, every single day of the week. You've got to be able to have a backbone and say, this is what I feel, and be able to tell that to the person's face. Like I feel like if I say something behind someone's back, like let's just say I was talking to Jen and I said something behind one of the other castmates' back, I'd say, I'm not saying this about them. I would say this to their face. And then I would
Mhm.
say it. So you better be able to own what you're going to say. And I think if you're always taking the approach of, you know, trying to talk about it, but then like shoving everything under the rug. That's what I think Jen's doing is she's like, let's pull it out. Like, I'm so sick of everything happening behind everyone's back. Let's just be an open book and talk about it. And then we can, like she said, we can grow from there. Like we can build, tear each other down a little bit and get it all out there. And then we'll grow from there. And it'll be
Mhm.
a better, I think it's necessary, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I do too. I do too, and that's why I appreciate what Jen is doing. And Jen is the only one to me that has the guts to do it. But the way she did, and that's why I'm telling housewives, watch how Jen did it. She executed it marvelously, in my opinion. She started the conversation by admitting to her being wrong. And then the moment Heather decided to sort of give her a little pushback, her response was, well, just do me a favor and stop talking about her then. Oh, I don't talk about
Right.
her. You bring her name up. And she's like, and that's why I feel like in that moment, Gina and Shannon should have been like, no, Heather, in Jen's defense,
Right.
in what she's describing, you did do that.
A
And
hundred
and
percent.
I did want Gina and Shannon to at least have Jen's back in that very specific moment. But hey,
Maybe they
once again,
will. Maybe they will. Maybe it's going
yeah,
to unfold a little bit more.
yeah. So they made up, which is fine. I want to get into this funny beef between Tamara and Emily about the podcast. Okay, as you and I,
Wah, wah, wah. It's like,
I,
okay,
I
who
feel
cares? If you got a podcast, you got a podcast. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't want to hear. And I get that I get both sides. I get why Tamara's saying give me kudos and Emily's saying leave me alone. I get both sides if I'm being an objective person.
I do too. And this is somebody who owns a podcast, right? So
Oh, good
I'll
point.
say this. I'll say this. Okay, so Tamara, our friend Tamara, has an extremely successful podcast with our friend Teddy Mellencamp called Two Teas in a Pod. It is a monstrous hit. It's huge.
She said, Carlos, I almost fell out of my chair. I didn't know this about her because Tamara and I do talk all the time, but I didn't know she had 100 million views. 100 million.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
they drop approximately 5 episodes a week. And they've been doing this consistently for, I want to say it's been going on for 3 to 4 years. So
Oh, I know, because I'll text Tamara and be like, or I'll call her and she's like on the pod, call you in 20. I mean, like she's always on the pod, not
no.
pot, like I'm on the pot taking a shit. On the pod. I'm on the
Yeah.
pod. I'm on the pod. I'm on the pod. I mean, if I went back and scrolled through, you would laugh. It's always I'm on the pod. It's like, okay, well, I'm over here. When you're done, just call me back.
It's a full-time job and
Yes.
it's really successful. Because of that, underneath the two T's in a pod umbrella, right? So underneath it, they do have a few different shows. One of them being Traders recaps, one of them being one about sororities, another one being the Eddies is their husband.
Uh-huh.
And there was one called Legally Brunette. That was Shane, Emily's husband, and Emily, because they're both lawyers. It was underneath the two T's in a pod banner. So when you subscribe or download two T's in a pod, you automatically get these
Ah,
episodes of Emily's show.
ah,
Automatically, whether or not you hit download, subscribe, you're automatically getting it on your feed,
got it.
right? Because of that, by default, Legally Brunette is a success due to the fact that it's underneath this umbrella. When the girls had a falling out last season, Tamara did say, it's not funny, but whatever. Tamara did say to Emily that um, your show flopped the moment you removed it from the two T's banner, which, listen, that's subjective, right? Did it get as many downloads? Absolutely not, because it's not getting your same, audience. But to say it's a flop is all subjective. It's all subjective. And that's why what we saw in this episode was Shane and Emily having a photo shoot because they have a new podcast called Till Death Do Us Part. And is removed away from Tamara and Teddy's podcast. So in this moment, they're finally face to face addressing it head on. And the one thing Tamara keeps saying is she feels like Emily never said thank you. And Emily feels like I've always give you props. And in this moment, I agree with you, Alexis. I thought it was petty. I don't care about it. And I do think for me, it's a game of semantics.
I agree, but what, okay, so let's put you in Tamara's place. You are
Yes.
in Tamara's shoes. Do you feel Emily has given kudos to where her birth of it began?
So, and I'm going to be very honest, because Emily, I'm being honest, because I've never heard an episode of Legally Brunette, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't. I just don't. I don't know. I
I haven't
don't.
heard it either, so I can't speak on
So
it.
I got to be fair. I'm being honest, guys. I don't know. I don't follow Emily on social media. I don't listen to Emily's interviews when she's promoting the show. There's no shade to Emily. I love her on the show. I just don't follow what she's doing. So I can't say whether or not she has. I do believe her, though. I will say this in her defense. I do believe she has expressed her gratefulness. And that's why to me is a game of semantics.
Ah,
I think Tamara is more so saying, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I don't think Emily has maybe have said that, but I think Emily has definitely alluded to her being appreciative of the opportunity. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Um, I don't personally feel, and I haven't heard or watched anything of Emily and Shane before. Till Death Do Us Part might be, it's kind of like the when you say your 10-year vows and you get divorced the next day. So be careful with that. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have not heard Emily say sincerely, thank you, Tamara, for that. I also feel like Tam should just back off a little and be like, who cares? It's kind of like, you know, you don't give the homeless person $10 so that you get a good big I thank you and go preach to the world that you just gave the homeless person on the side of the corner $10. Like you just don't. You just show your kids the way you should walk, and then there you go. Who's got a granola bar? Let's give it to them. You don't roast about it. You don't talk about it. You just do it. You just live in the moment. I kind of wish Tamara would just take that approach and just be like, look, I gave you a nugget. You're welcome for the morsel. Glad that you have a spinoff now or whatever. I don't know what you call the podcast thing when you go into another one, but
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I said I could see both sides.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciated that Tamara said you do have a successful podcast. So I
Right.
think the thing is this, I think Emily won acknowledgement that her podcast is a success with or without Tamara and
Right.
Teddy's podcast. And I think Tamara won a good thank you. So I agree with you. I see both sides. I think
Can we
it's
not ever bring it up again? Can they just not talk about it anymore, please? Please, Heather and, or I'm sorry, Tamara and Emily, if we are listening to this, which Carlos seems to think you are, and I think you are not, if you are, please let's just drop it and not bring up the freaking podcast ever again. Just go do your thing. Go work, like Vicki would say.
go to work. Go to work. Go to work.
Go to work and stop talking about it.
Just
We
go
all
to
need to
work.
work
Let's
around
go to
here. We're all
work.
trying to put a top ramen in our mouths, okay?
Go to work. Okay, last thing. Speaking of Vicky, have you noticed Vicky's annoyance when it comes to the petty arguments? And do you think I will say this, there was a moment when it was Jen and Heather when they were going through their situation. And if
Uh-huh.
you saw Vicky rolling her eyes and side talking to Tamara, do you think that can last beyond this season? Because that's what this show is about. So it did make me think like, huh, how long can Vicky be subjected to these petty arguments without
Mhm.
it feeling like, okay, Vicky, this is the show that we like to watch. Either deal with it or get out of it.
Okay, so it's so funny that you're saying this because I didn't know we were going to go here, but I had almost one of like the same thought in my mind. I was kind of like, um, because she's been gone for so long, I thought it was 2 years because she's still done cameos and all that. You said you and Spencer found it was 6 years that she's been off
Yeah, six.
because she's been so removed. It's kind of the show has changed. It is not the same animal it was when we were on a decade ago. It has evolved. It has become a new animal. Okay, and I think that it is kind of like Okay, either Vicki is gonna be falling asleep at the table, like I'm over all these women, like she did, on season 7 or 6, whatever that was. She's falling asleep at everyone talking, or she's gonna rally and come out. But here's the thing. The thing you can't change about Vicki is Vicki, and she does not put on an act.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't hide her emotions. She's very authentic, which not everyone is, and she's not Switzerland. She's got an opinion. So it's like I love Vicky, and I just feel like no matter what, even if she does kind of have this little spur right now about like I don't like all the pettiness, she's gonna realize this is the TV show. So do you want to come back next season or not? I mean, if there is a season 21, and she'll figure it out. I'm excited to see where she goes though, because I do agree with you.
Me
I
too.
agree that she's over it already, and it's all like, okay, honey, this is only episode 2.
That's why I'm like, what's going to happen? But my advice to Vicky would be this. My advice to Vicky would be this, and I know it's too late because the show's already been shot. But come next season, my advice would be instead of rolling the eyes and falling asleep, I would definitely insert myself and try to figure out a resolve. Like if you feel like this is stupid, call out that it's stupid, but
Right?
also try to get both women to resolve it by calling out the truth.
I
And
can't wait for the rest of this. Do we know how many episodes there are, Carlos, on this
I
one?
don't, but I know it's more on
Is it
average.
12?
On average, OC gets around 14.
Okay, last season was a lot more, by the way, but or was that
Deservingly
Beverly Hills?
so.
Okay, yeah, right. So I'm hoping there's 12, but I'm like, we still have like at least 10 more to unpack. And like, I hope that Vicky does get a little bit more of a voice. Like we said, she's been gone for 6 years. She's probably just getting her feet wet again, figuring out the way that work, the whole way it works. She did say on Watch What Happens Live, let me remind you, last week, I watched Watch What Happens Live.
Okay.
And she did call Andy Cohen out and say, Andy, I don't like how things are so much more like we used to just film our real lives and everything's more calculated or something like that. And she's just like, I don't like that, Andy. And Andy's like, but Vicky, I think that we really did change that this season. I think that we really are trying to get back to that. And I just love that because I was like, whoa, you just called out Andy Cohen. Excuse me, that's your boss. That's your boss. I don't know if you know that, but you might forgot that, Vicky. But he, he's the one that writes your, pays you. So I don't know. But it was awesome because it was kind of true. It's like she's just like, it's just a different formula now. I
It
mean,
is, it is, it is. And listen, I'm gonna go on record saying I agree with Vicky. I agree with
I
her.
agree too, and that's why I'm loving the season 20 so much more. I
Yeah.
really am loving it. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see less calculation. I want to see more in the moment. I want to see more. And that's why, listen, we'll see what happens between Shannon and Tamara. Um, because
and
they
Vicky and Carmela, we know that that's probably going to be something coming up. I
oh
don't know.
yeah,
We'll
and I
see.
can't wait to see that. Because Carmela strikes me as somebody who doesn't became back baby in the corner.
Ah, agreed.
It's not gonna happen. But no, again, another great episode. Another great
Agreed.
one.
Agreed.
Okay. OC, you're coming off strong. So, Alexis, you and I will be back next week to recap episode 3 of The Real Housewives of Orange County and Raindrops. Let us know in our comments what your thoughts are on this episode. But most importantly, what are your thoughts on the newbie Carmela? Do you love her the way Alexis and I do? Let
Yes.
us know in the comments. And Alexis,
I'd
I'll
like to
see
know.
you. We like to know. Let us
We'd
know.
like to know.
All right. I'll see you next week, my lovey.
Bye.
Bye, baby.